How do you know when your kid needs counseling?
Well, that's an excellent question, Kevin. As a middle school counselor and school psychologist, I actually get asked that question quite a bit. And some of the things that I like to share with parents is, are they acting differently at home? Have their grades changed? What about their friend group? Has their friend group changed? Do they have friends? Eating habits, hygiene. Those are some of the things that you can look for as a parent to tell if they need counseling.
Pay attention is a good way to know. I mean, all of the things that Susan just outlined are things that if you're watching your kids, if you're talking to your kids, you'll pick up on the fact that something's not the same. I think that if you were to look at a line graph, if it were kind of like a flat line, you would look at it and say, okay, things are holding pretty good. But if the number of incidents that would be, I don't know, trouble or emotional spikes or trauma or drama or whatever, whatever, if it's going up, that's something to attend to, because if you don't pay attention to that, then up is bad on this metaphorical line graph. Pay attention to where it's going. If it's trending the wrong direction, then it might be time for counseling.
A lot of times we see kids who are getting into trouble at school when they've never gotten into trouble before. They've changed friend groups and not for the better. Their grades have dropped. Those are all those trending upward lines that Kevin talks about that are signs that there could be something going on. If your child normally is very open with you and talkative, and they change to become very sullen and very secretive, or they now go to their room and shut the door and they don't talk, part of that is becoming a teenager, but the other part of that could be that there's something that they need to talk about, and for some reason that they're not comfortable sharing. And this could be a sign that they need someone outside of the family to talk to.
It is important to remain available so that you can speak to your child, so that you can pick up on those changes. Another thing here is to strive to understand. Everything happens generally, not everything happens, most behaviors happen for a reason. As we look at it and we try to understand, okay, why are you becoming more withdrawn? Well, usually there's a reason. Why did you change friends group? Well, this is a good opportunity to take the trade, or to understand the nature of repairing relationships and closeness. If you understand where things are coming from, it'll help you know how to proceed.
Absolutely. And you can't know if changes are going on if you don't spend time with your child, and if you don't spend time in conversation, getting to know who your child's friends are, and what they spend their time doing. An excellent way to do that is to make sure you're spending at least 1 to 2 evenings around the dinner table as a family, sharing and talking. That's important that you have that time getting to know each other, so that you do notice when something changes.
So the shrink's telling you to spend time with your kids and talk to them. It's funny, you could see this video and you could feel like it's like vaguely condescending, but life really happens and you really can get busy. We can not prioritize the right things, but let's think about it like this. You have until your kid's about 18 to teach them the things that you want to teach them, for them to become the kind of person that you would want them to be. 21 if they're maybe more homebody, and then after that they're gone. And think about how much you listened to your parents after you left your house. The answer was not a lot. So if your kid's 10, you have 8 years. How you doing? Do you need counseling? Maybe. Or do you need time? You will have time for what you prioritize. And well, maybe we need some help with that sometimes. We can do that. Call me, Susan. We'd love to help.